Hi, my name's Ben. I work for the Game House, and today we're going to be continuing our NFL draft profiles. This one is for the Cleveland Browns. Now, this one's going to be pretty quick. They only have 2 third-round picks to really go over, so we'll just jump into the team needs. They need to beef up on the defensive line, including an edge rusher. I know they have Myles Garrett, but also a speedy linebacker might be in order to pair with JOK. Wide receiver is also a potential area of need, but they'd really, as I say here, they'd really need to see some upside in a third-round pick wide receiver. Most of the great ones are going to go first and second round because this is a pretty deep draft for that. So just jumping right into it, pick number 74, I have Zacch Pickens, the defensive lineman out of South Carolina. There is a decent chance he's not going to be available here, but again, these are just draft profiles. If you have someone else you like better or who will definitely be there, please leave it down below. I did not watch every snap of Browns football, so if you have someone you like better and you're a fan, please let me know. I like hearing that kind of thing. But Pickens may get lost in the shuffle because he doesn't have a lot of buzz around him, and he's expected to be pretty average, but he has a great build, and he has really polished footwork, and that suggests upside, which is what you're looking for in the third round. He's already a highly intelligent player that can recognize schemes and gaps at an NFL caliber, is what I say right here. That is huge for a third-round pick, someone who you can slot in, and you don't really have to coach up that much to at least recognize what they're looking at an NFL level. We're going to look at Draft Network's strengths here. Physical traits, as I said, pass down ability, that's huge in this tough AFC with all these tough quarterbacks. But the problem is he's not really effective consistently, and he struggles on double teams, but that may not be so much of a problem because he won't be getting double teamed right away until teams have more tape on him. Next one, again, is going to be controversial. I have Tyler Scott, the wide receiver out of the University of Cincinnati. Scott may not seem like a guy with a huge upside, but as you can see, I say here, he might be a Swiss Army knife in waiting. He was a junior Olympian level sprinter. That speaks to his speed. He played running back in high school. That can sort of free him up in other schemes. Maybe if Kevin Stefanski wants to run a little bit of a wildcat or some sort of option with Deshaun Watson also ready to run the ball, or maybe even a jet sweep. He's not hugely physical because he's not a huge receiver, so they will have to draw up plays for him, but he probably won't be touched if the play goes off without a hitch. And then also, again, this isn't the reason they'd be drafting him at all, but he does scream punt return guy or return guy in general. We're going to look at Pro Football Focus's strengths here. He can extend beyond his frame, which is good, but his frame still isn't huge. He tracks the ball in the air, and he has very reliable hands. Drops are obviously a big problem nowadays with the gloves, and with the gloves being so sticky and quarterbacks being so good, placing it right on the money. You need a receiver who can put his hands on the ball. Again, he's lean, and he has an average catch radius, and he isn't very physical, so he can get bumped out of routes. But that's about the best you could look at with the 98th overall pick if they do want a wide receiver there. But like I said, if you have anybody else that you'd like to see more, please leave it down in the comments. I love to read that kind of thing, and thanks so much for watching. I appreciate it.